Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another cryptocurrency price prediction video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about Tronix. I'm going to go over the fundamentals quickly, the community size, and of course the price prediction for 2018. If you're interested in purchasing Tronix, you can check out Binance. I have a link to them in the description of this video. They're basically the best trading platform for altcoins at the time being. And other than that, if you're interested in monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities, you can check out my premium content. I have a link to that as well in the description of this video. So let's talk a little bit about Tronix. We can see that it's currently ranking at the 11th spot on coinmarketcap.com with a market cap of $7.5 billion. It's been climbing very quickly. As we can see, it's about to enter the top 10 even. So it's at a very interesting spot right now. It's just above 10 cents. That's a pretty big milestone to hit as well. You know, that those big round numbers like that are pretty meaningful, and we can now see it rise, towards that 50-cent level, and who knows, maybe even $1. It does have a pretty large supply. I'm going to get into that in a bit. It's doing well today, up 52%. I will go over some technical analysis just really quickly, but we're going to go over now to the community size, the subreddit. We can see that there are over 27,000 subscribers on the subreddit, very active, a lot of people online. Always good to see. Just an interesting piece of news here. The CEO confirmed that the website is actually going to be in English as well, fully in English, I guess, by the end of next week. That's great for growing their reach. Makes it easier to grow the English-based community. So that's a good thing. And let's get right into the website actually. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the technology. It is pretty advanced. I'm not going to go through the whole white paper or anything, but basically they're trying to revolutionize, the web, decentralize the web. They call it Web 4.0. And as we can see here, basically they're going to work on free content entertainment, so a blockchain system around that, as well as storage and data. So those are the main areas that they're going to be working on. And I'm going to go a little bit lower here, jump right here. So data creators will have, of course, ownership of their data, and that's really what they're going to try to work on, as well as, of course, their idea that the internet should be decentralized. There's a couple other cryptocurrencies that are working on that. Tron seems to be the most successful for the time being, at least, as far as the price increase goes. Another interesting thing will be that the people who make a contribution to ecological Tron will actually be entitled to profits, right? So there will be a profit distribution method, which is a great incentive here. And if we go over to the actual token, they talk a little bit more about how you can get a little bit more power. And what they mean by that is if you lock up your Tronix, you can actually acquire Tron power, and that allows you to do a lot of things, right? You have voting rights, you have a lot of more privileges in the whole ecosystem. And another great thing about the Tron 20 token is that you can actually issue your own digital assets, right? So they're also working that angle. Maybe the biggest thing as far as fundamentals go is the CEO, the man behind the whole operation, Justin Sun. He's very respected. If you just look at some of the stuff that we can see about him. I mean, 2015 Forbes China 30 Under 30. He's a protege of Jack Ma, that's the founder and CEO of Alibaba. 2017 Forbes Asia 30 Under 30, Global World Economic Forum, former chief representative of Ripple in Greater China. So these are pretty big, achievements right there. And the fact that he's behind this, has connections in the industry, is very plugged in, is a very good sign, right? And it's definitely part of the success that we're seeing for Tron. Otherwise, they have a very strong team, a lot of money backing it as well. So nothing really to worry about there. I'm not going to go into more detail though. As far as the fundamentals, we're going to move over to the numbers now and talk a little bit about the price, give you my price prediction. So we can see that the volume is actually very strong. I will repeat, this is just over the 24 hours, so had a big increase today, but nonetheless, this is pretty impressive. And let's just take a quick comparison actually to some of the other cryptos out there today. Yeah, I mean, if you look, it's holding up well here for where it's ranking, very well actually. And going over to the supply, it is very big, as you can see. Not the best thing, but it is what it is. We've seen cryptocurrencies that have big supplies do well, Ripple, Stellar. So I'm not a massive fan of big supplies, but at the end of the day, it seems like it's maybe not a big as issue as it maybe people thought it was, right? And otherwise, majority of the volume coming in from Binance. Talk a little about the price. It got a massive increase starting, beginning December basically, and was basically worth nothing. Flew up all the way here to 12 cents now. It has a pretty large market cap, right? Almost $8 billion. A lot of people are, I'm going to say, a bit weary because of that large market cap. When you see cryptocurrencies that have such a quick increase and end up being these big multi-billion-dollar market cap cryptocurrencies, it kind of seems like they're overvalued, right? And that they just went up too fast, too quickly, got too big in such a short amount of time that there's not really much left. And I would even agree with that in some cases, but I think that Tron is actually a little bit of an exception here. And there's certain things maybe about this cryptocurrency that in the past I would have not liked, but now that I have a clear picture of everything about Tronix, I think that it is actually going to do pretty well, and it reminds me a lot of Cardano. As you can see, I mean, it went all the way to $34 billion. This is just another altcoin. I mean, it's a great cryptocurrency, but it came kind of out of nowhere, and now it's top 5, right? So I see Tronix being kind of similar to that. We'll see how high it can get, of course, but I think that it will continue to see a lot of strength like Cardano. And I should mention, the community behind Tronix is very strong. It's talked about a lot still. It definitely has that hype factor, and it's kicking up the price more and more, which, I mean, isn't really anything to complain about. So as we can see, previous all-time high was at a little bit above 6 cents, it looks like. Pulled back from there and then broke out to new all-time highs. That's what's happening right now. Just to go over the chart really before I give you my price prediction for 2018, we can see that got that initial big increase, little pullback here, went back towards the middle band, the brown line, and right afterwards, started kicking back up. We are now trading highly above the upper Bollinger Band, which is pretty hard to sustain, but as we can see, it's done it before successfully. Take that how you will, but good volume here, powerful move on the MACD, histogram, getting pretty high up on the RSI. It's actually managed to stay pretty long above that 90 level, which isn't easy to do. And, I'm not going to lie, it is kind of overextended here, I guess you could say. I just see this cryptocurrency as having a lot of strength, kind of like Cardano. So I feel like betting against it is just not the right way to go about it, right? And I'm just talking about this short-term move when I said overextended, just to be clear. We'll see if it pulls back in the short term or not. Whatever the case may be, to give you my price prediction for 2018, I think that Tronix could, 5 to 10 times basically. So I think it could get towards that 50-cent level. That $1 mark is going to be obviously pretty hard to reach. That would mean that the market cap would have to be at, around $80 billion. But it's definitely not impossible at this point. And then, I mean, look at how some of these cryptocurrencies are doing. I don't think it'll be able to bypass Cardano, but I think that it might be able to surprise people in the same way that Cardano did. Maybe to give a bit more modest price prediction, I'm going to say going towards that 50 cent level. That would be about a 5 times increase, maybe a little bit higher than that. For 2018 would be a reasonable price prediction considering the strength that it has behind it, right? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on Tronix. Let me know if you think it'll do well or not. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.